Happy Thursday. Welcome back to Self Protection Week on the Daily Huddle with me, Life Coach Franzani. So, I believe motivation can be a sustained space. To me, it's the connection to my motives, my purpose, my deeper why, my reason. On the Huddle, we explore different themes and how they affect our ability to stay connected to our motivation. So, to protect is to defend or guard from attack, invasion, loss, annoyance, insult, etc., or to cover or shield from injury or danger. Today, we're going to talk about how I defend and guard my mental and social energies. First, let's define what I mean by mental and social energy spaces. So, mental energy is not about what you think about, but really about how you process your thoughts. This also refers to how much brain power you have available at any given moment to complete the task at hand. It's your ability to be present in the moment, to be alert, to be focused and clear, your ability to use your mental faculties for decision making, idea generation, performance, productivity, clarity, concentration, creativity, intuition, all the things having to deal with the mind, right? So that's mental energy. Social energy is how we relate to one another, presence of desired culture, ability to communicate and interact, and the presence of the desired support network. So when I don't protect my mental energy, it's hard for me to know what I want, how I want to do it. I get so stuck and stagnant, and I get in such paralysis by analysis. It's too, I don't know. I can't make a decision, right? So it's so important for me to protect my mental energy. And how I do that is meditation. So meditation really opens up my creativity. It helps me get centered. It's also a great way for me to make decisions. I meditate for 20 minutes a day. That's my longer meditation, but I also do reset meditations that are 2 minutes long before coaching sessions. I do one before I get on with you on the Daily Huddle every day. It really opens up my creativity, brings me back to center, helps me protect my mental state so I can show up as my best self, right? So meditation, planning. So planning is huge for clarity and forward movement. I plan daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. So that takes different forms, different notebooks, different processes, vision boards, all the things, but planning is a huge way I protect my mental energy. Another one is brainstorming. So my mind fires at a mile per minute, right? So when it comes to house renovations, when it comes to my next hire, my husband's always joking about the different hires I talk about and how he can't wait to meet them because I'm already giving them job descriptions before I write them, even have the funds to hire them, but I already know what I want them to do. So brainstorming business ideas, brainstorming how I want to renovate the house and all kinds of things. I need to make time to brainstorm and just let my creativity flow. So brainstorming is definitely a way that helps me protect my mental energy. Coaching. So I know I mentioned this as a way I protect my emotional energy, but really I feel like it helps me focus and be clear and alert, and clears a space for me to show up mentally present and do the things I need to do because I know what I need to do. Accountability partners. So similar to coaching, my accountability partners help me stay focused, huge motivation, great brainstorming. So just another way I connect. Intuitive scheduling. So I'm a coach. You make appointments with me. I have appointments, but and I sit on the board of things, and so I have appointments, I have schedules, I have things I show up for at specific times, but other than that, I do not like to live by a strict scheduling system. So I do a lot of intuitive scheduling. I check in with myself multiple times a day. I do daily planning. I have a broad idea of what I want to do, but I don't do a structured schedule. So intuitive scheduling helps protect my mental energy because I have a huge rebellious and freedom thing, and my idea of freedom, if I don't know, something about a strict schedule tells me that I don't trust myself, so I don't do them. And that's something I've been working on with my coach for a long time, because I used to should all over that. I used to feel like I should have a schedule. All successful people have a schedule. Everyone anyways, but intuitive scheduling, it clears up so much mental space to let me to just do it the way I want to do it. Another thing is prayer. I get a lot of clarity when I'm connecting with the goddess, with my source, with God, whatever, with my Holy Spirit. Whatever, that process really helps bring some like true mental clarity around what I want to do. I ask for what I need, I ask for signs, I ask for whatever guidance, all the things. Another thing is learning, so that's really helpful with idea creation and just keeping my mind flowed and not stagnant, and thinking of new ways to look at things. So I do a lot of audibles, and I'm on a lot of newsletters in my email. And then media consumption. So this has to do with like news outlets. I mean, this is a high time for politics, and I get very triggered. So it's a distraction. So when I do not protect my mental energy, I get distracted easily. So I'm very, very particular about what news I consume, if I consume any at all. But also, as an entrepreneur, like when it comes to my social media account, not even when it comes to politics, but I can get into an idea of comparison. I mean, there's so many people doing things similar to what I do, and I'm always seeking them out, looking for inspiration, but sometimes it can be a double-edged sword and it turns into comparison. So to keep my mind from comparing and shooting all over myself, I really protect my mental energy through paying attention to what I consume and how that's affecting my mental energy. So those are the ones I can think of. That is probably my biggest hurdle to stay focused, be able to stay present and not have those ruminating thoughts, and those like gremlins. So gremlin fights can also be here. It's the thoughts that lead to the emotions. So constantly doing things to protect that mental space so I can show up focused and alert. I protect my social energy to make sure I surround myself with people who support who I am and what I'm doing. Always huge. Who treat me and love me the way I want to be treated and loved, have similar outlooks and ideals. And I need to surround myself with people who allow me to show up as my whole self. I am a lot. Good, bad, ugly, and beautiful, and who encourage me to be my best self. So some of the ways I protect my social energy to stay motivated and stay in my motivation are consistent connection. So recently, without networking events, and I love people, I love meeting people, meeting cool people. I've been inviting people to just like Zoom coffees with me, and it's been so nice. I've connected with people that I admire from afar, friends from, like distant friends from college, friends from high school. It's been a beautiful thing. If you have not heard from me, please connect. I would love to chat with you on Zoom Coffee. Vulnerability and transparency. So I need to tell the people who matter the truth. So this was also one of my protections for something yesterday. Emotional, maybe. Either way, it's true for my social connections too. So in order to surround myself with people who support me, I need to be vulnerable and transparent with them to give them the opportunity to know who I truly am and invite them into my space, into my heart space, right? So vulnerability and transparency is how I protect my social energy. Social media. So this is a double-edged sword. This is the good side of it. I connect with like-minded people who value similar things. And that really helps surround me with inspired things. I mean, if you're not even if you're an entrepreneur, like whatever you're doing always is going to feel scary. I mean, if it's worth doing, it's going to freak you out a little bit. So surrounding yourself with people who are trying and doing things that are similar to you, whether it's moms or new moms or people doing side hustles or entrepreneurs or coaches or, people exercising in the way you want to exercise or eating in the way you want to eat. It's just so important to be connected with like-minded people. And one of the easiest ways I know how is social media, especially right now during the pandemic. and honestly just how things are going to be moving forward, right? So another way I protect my social energy is to put myself first. So I love the image of a vase. If you think of a vase and it's like halfway filled up with water and it's trying to wobble around and pour water onto the other vases around it, if if it would, when it's wobbling, it can't pour. But if you pour into it, what happens if you let it sit still, right? This is a terrible description, but essentially it overflows. So all that to say, you can't pour from an empty cup. And the way I'm able to show up as my authentic self, communicate what I need, know what I need, be connected to what I need, I put myself first. And that absolutely protects my social energy. The next thing is surrounding myself with people who support and uplift me. I love meeting someone and realizing, oh my God, you are my people. I know you have that feeling where you just meet someone. And I mean, I'm sure you have people from your past who are just like your diehards, your ride or dies, your loves of your life. And then it's so fun to meet more people that you're like, oh my God, you're my people. That's so fun. So, I call these are my people, my troops, my loves. I need to surround myself with them. It's a little bit different than consistent connection, because consistent connection is my need to just be around people and have different energy and different ideas. And I'm not, and those consistent connection doesn't always mean like-minded people. I sit on boards. Like, I love to just surround myself with human connection, but surrounding myself with people who support and uplift me, those are like my loves, my hearts, my people. And then the final thing is intention and consideration. So personal relationships are the most important thing in my life, which is probably why I'm a life coach and spend my life creating personal relationships and uplifting people, right? So intention and consideration, when you're in my orbit and I care about you, I put so much intention and consideration into you. My husband, my best friends, like when you are loved by Franny, I want to make sure you know. So I try my best to show up, whatever intention and consideration looks like for you. But for me, it's showing up for the big things and the small things, celebrating and being there in the hard times, connecting. I'm good at staying in touch. So, I really spend a lot of time and energy trying to be the best person in a relationship I can be, whether it's wife, friend, daughter, sister. I'm very considerate and intentional about that. So those are the ways I protect my social energy. Staying connected to who you are takes attention and intention. Protecting your energy is one way to be intentional. Tomorrow we will finish our conversation with how I protect my environmental and spiritual energy. So tell me, how would you benefit from paying more attention and being more intentional with protecting your mental and social energies? As always, I'd love to hear from you. Message me with your questions and comments, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you for watching the Daily Huddle with me, Life Coach Fran Zanny. Every week I pick a theme, and every day we huddle around a topic and how it affects our motivation, our ability to live by our values, and be the master of our own destiny. I'll see you here tomorrow to continue our conversation on self-protection. Give yourself an amazing night.